to another episode of The Blue Sofa. Today I want to introduce you to one of my clients. I want to introduce you to Augusta, and she has been on Rising Star. And I want to take you through like a behind the scenes of what we did to take her from having no online business and to take her from having no sales at all, no online presence at all, to having sold for more than $50,000 in 4 months. So her journey is incredible, and her story is, it's so amazing and unique. And in the same way, I'm quite sure that if you're listening here, you will absolutely resonate with her, because Augusta is a very talented therapist, and she's very passionate about what she does. But her problem was that she didn't actually know how to talk about her products and how to position herself in a way that got her clients. So if you have like a unique skill set or some unique passions, and you feel it's really difficult for you to talk about it in a way where you actually get results, and you also feel like it's difficult to fit into just the standard cookie cutter business strategies out there, I want to say this episode is for you. Augusta is a trauma therapist, and she is specialized in craft psychology and knitting. And we're going to explore how we attracted dream clients, and how we created a magnetic offer of several magnetic offers actually that drew these clients in, and how we aligned her marketing, how we aligned her selling to a style that really fit her. Also, if you are looking for a business mentor, if you're looking for a community and a program to join here in the beginning of 2025, I want to invite you to check out Rising Star. It's my 5-month online business mentoring program, and it's not only going to teach you the formula behind building and growing an online business, but it's also going to teach you how to do it in an authentic way that really nourishing you. If you're looking for a very intimate and also feminine but yet result-oriented space, then check out Rising Star. Let's move on to today's episode. So Augusta, she contacted me in 2023 because she was feeling uncertain about how to actually bring her niche, like her specialty, into the online space. And when I talked to her, I remember I immediately saw the potential in her unique offering, because as a trauma therapist, as someone who want to work with making people feel better and doing it from this unique perspective of craft psychology, I just saw this opportunity to create a very special offer and special and compelling messaging that would definitely draw these people into her online space. One of the things that I hear the most, because it's very normal for online entrepreneurs like Augusta, maybe like you, is that Augusta was feeling unsure about whether or not her idea would actually be successful online. The thing is, when we stop trying to fit into standard models, and we finally start actually designing a business based on who we are, what our passion is, what our mission is, and we integrate the business strategies, not like the cookie cutter, do what everybody else is doing, but doing it in a way that fits you, the magic really happens. And that's what happened for Augusta too. Now I wanna talk through the exact process we used to build her business, step by step, and how it can work for you, no matter what niche you are in or what idea you already have in your heart. The first thing we did was we defined Augusta's message. So her message is what she does and how that helps people in a certain situation. So we honed in on her unique message, and her unique message was based on her background in trauma therapy and craft psychology and knitting especially. So we honed in on her passion, we honed in on her expertise, and then we created a powerful and authentic message that really resonated deeply with her ideal clients. And so establishing this foundation inside of her, we moved on to identifying the market. We helped Augusta define her dream clients and understand their pain point, and then create this customer avatar, this soul aligned clients. And then we focused on building a highly targeted Facebook community and email list that actually aligned with how she wanted to show up in her marketing. And we automated her flow of clients, her client attractions. We created Facebook ads, simple Facebook ads. Actually, Augusta created them herself. She learned it completely from scratch. I'm actually really proud of her because that was such a leap out of her comfort zone. But she created Facebook ads to drive traffic to both her email list and this very targeted Facebook community. Then we honed in on her ideal client, and we did that not only for her client attraction, but we did it for her offers too. So I taught Augusta how to use her passions, such as knitting, as a tool for client attraction. We used her personal story. We used case stories to create authentic connection. She told a lot of stories in her marketing about how craft psychology was linked to stress management, how it was linked to easing anxiety and depression. And we used that as a compelling message for her ideal client. So the right people would find her and the right people would book her retreats and join her online offers. One of the things that was very challenging was to keep on honing in on the client and keep on honing in on how to craft a message and how to craft magnetic offers that was easy for the client to understand, even though we're working with intangible results. So we're working with people feeling better, we're working with people having less stress, having less anxiety, feeling less pressure, and actually just enjoying life a lot more. So it was very important that when we created her offers, her magnetic offers, that we developed both retreats and online programs that help a specific person to experience a specific transformation, not only to align with Augusta's passions and fulfill her deep need to help people, but also to fulfill the need in her market. So we really researched the market to find out what exactly her ideal clients were missing. We found out that her ideal clients are women. They have lived a long life. They have experienced maybe not like the classic trauma from abuse or from accidents, but they definitely have like a lot going on in their lives, and they feel tired, maybe a little anxious, maybe kind of stressed, and they feel like they're not really living their full life. And they already have an interest, a passion, and a hobby in knitting. So we combined these two things, and then we created offers that actually attracted people who wanted to use craft psychology to create a transformation in their life. So not just because they want the instant soothing of knitting, but they wanted to use knitting as a pathway to feeling better and to, you could say, healing yourself, right? Having better mental health, feeling better in yourself. So Augusta combined these two strengths of her into one product. So the first product was retreats, knitting retreats, where you get like this intimate, transformational experience of being in Augusta's presence, but also being accepted as who you are. And the next thing we developed was online programs to get this experience, this transformational experience and deep transformation into getting closer to who you are and releasing some of the traumas, but online, in an online community. So we ensured that her offers were magnetic to her ideal clients by focusing on the transformation and providing a clear, specific benefit for her clients, so they truly really understood, what do I get when I join the retreat? What do I get when I join the online program? What transformation can I expect? How do I feel today, and how will I feel when I come home from the retreat or when the online program ends? And that's so important. So important. We want to sell something. We want it to be obvious for the client what they get and the transformation they go through. And the only reason, or the only way we can do that, is by understanding who our ideal client actually is. And that's what we used some time for Augusta together with Augusta, of course, in the Rising Star program to understand. The next thing we dove into was magnetic and authentic marketing. So we actually crafted a strategy just for her, and I do that in Rising Star. Rising Star is not like a cookie cutter strategy. It's teaching you the formula behind creating and building and growing an online business. And then I go back and forth with everybody in the program and talk about how they can do this in a way that feels good for them. So for Augusta, we wanted a very relaxed launch strategy. We created giveaways. So we actually started to give away spots on the retreat. And we created organic marketing in her Facebook group. And we also created automated marketing through Facebook ads. I taught her how to use email marketing to nurture her audience. I taught her how to use Facebook groups to nurture her audience. And then I taught her, I don't know if I even teach people to show up authentic. I created this space for her to get in contact with her own inner voice, so she could show up in her marketing in a more relaxed but also empowered way. She had a strategy to what to talk about, how to talk about it, when to talk about it. And I remember she was just so on fire in her marketing, and I feel that's why this worked so well for her, because you could feel her energy. She finally found a way to be in her marketing where she could see, oh, this really works, and it kind of fired her up. And the reason why it works was because we used the necessary time and energy and space to define her message, her market, and her ideal client, and to define the offer. So it was really easy for her to create authentic marketing. Also because we figured out a way for her to be present and to be visible that really fit her. It was really obvious for her that she needed to be on camera, because that's where she's really good. So that's why we chose the Facebook group. She's an amazing connector, like amazing community builder. So of course the Facebook group was an obvious choice for her. Her ideal clients is already on Facebook. So it was like a no-brainer to create this community in a Facebook group and combine it with simple email marketing. And the reason why we did that was, of course, it is her strengths, but also to be able to both create the community and nurture her audience in the Facebook group, but to be able to sell a little more intense on the email list. And that's simply because emails have a very high conversion rate. So people purchase more from emails. And what works amazingly is if they have seen her in the Facebook group, have built a relationship and trust her, and then also are presented with her offers on email. So we combined those two things for her because it was good for her. Would that be good for everybody? No, because maybe you're different and you have different skill set than her. And that's why I'm so passionate about Rising Star, is because we step out of the shiny object, I need to do business in the way everybody else is doing business, and understand the process behind the process, what is working, and then molding it to you, making it authentic to you, doing it in a way that you inside of you feel is a great way for you to do marketing and selling. So why does this work? It worked because we did not start by focusing on selling. We focused on her being her most magnetic self. We focused on her building trust and connection with her audience, which made it easy for them to say yes when the offer was made. So then we went to the selling part. And when we focused on her selling strategy, we focused on what was aligned with her values. So she didn't like pushy sales. She didn't like to be this crazy salesperson. She just wanted to invite people into a very transformational experience. And we did that by creating a simple launch strategy. No craziness, just simple launch strategy where she put a lot of value-based content into her launch. So we launched both in the Facebook group and on her email list. And we made sure that she created the content from the right state of mind. So she wanted to be this light beam and attract people. She wanted to give freely from her heart, and she wanted to inspire people. And she wanted to tell the story that you can transform. You can release traumas. You can have a better life. And she wanted to invite people who were ready for that experience into her retreats and into her programs. So the main thing we did was create a deadline, actually. And then we focused on value-driven, inspirational content up until the deadline. And only when we were very, very close to the deadline, we started to communicate that if they wanted to join, then the time is now. In the other emails and in the other content for the Facebook group, we were more, I call it a glitter suck. So we presented the offer as a glitter suck. And what I mean by that is that it was more a soft sale. So we would give like a lot of inspirational content and then say, P.S. if you want to join the retreat, I just want to let you, if you want to join, here's the link. So it was more like informing than it was selling. And then we changed to a more selling tactic when we approached the deadline. It was not pushy. It was more like from this energy of, I really wish for you, dear client, that you have this experience, because I know that you can transform. So it's very inspiring, very empowering, the messaging, and not like manipulating and not like desperation or anything. And Augusta was and is like a queen in holding space. So she was holding her own space. She was being like a light beam, and she was really being in the correct energy. And for me, it's so inspiring to be around a person who does the energy work that well, and it works. So by positioning her programs authentically and with integrity, she actually attracted clients who were aligned with her approach. And not only did she get her online business, off the ground, but she have had like amazing client results and client experiences. And I think if I have to reflect, what I saw was also a very fulfilled what I saw was also a very fulfilled Augusta. So someone who really felt, well, this is my purpose. This is what I'm here to do. So it's super inspiring and just such an empowering experience also for me and my team. So what's the secret to Augusta's success? it wasn't about following a cookie cutter strategy. I hope you can see that. It was about understanding her strength and designing her business strategies, her marketing, her selling, her product development around her unique strengths and now around her talents and around her passion. And the formula is the same for you, but the method that you have to use should be customized to fit you. That's where ease is inevitable. That's where effortlessness is totally integrated in your business. And this is what I wish for all of my clients, is to feel this empowered, confident way of being in your marketing and being in your selling in your business. But it only works if you stop chasing the next cookie cutter strategy and actually understand the process behind the process and customize your methods to fit you. So if you're ready to grow your business, if you're ready to build your business, your online business, and make it truly aligned with who you are, then I would love to see you in Rising Star. We'll be working together to, first of all, create the foundation for your success, your message, your market, and your muse, your ideal client. And then we'll be crafting an irresistible offer. I will help you position your offer in a way that feels really good for you. I will help you communicate it in a way that feels authentic to you. And then we will work on your marketing, how it could look like so it fits you, what methods you could use. We'll go back and forth and actually talk about what would be great for you. And we will do the same with the selling. And then we will actually integrate it all. And by the end of the 5 months that Rising Star is, you will have clients in your business. You will have an aligned way of marketing. You will have an aligned way of selling, and you will experience that feeling of being confident in your business. And from that foundation, well, the sky is the limit, is what I want to say. So click the link below if you wanna know more. And thank you for being here, and thank you for being so interested in building and growing an authentic and soulful business that not only you feel confident and empowered in, but also makes a true difference for your clients and for the world. See you in the next episode.